Welcome back to another episode of Elevate with CJ. I'm your host CJ, and today we're going to be looking at creating a budget in Microsoft Excel. And so I've gone through all these different budgets online, looked at Smart Money, NerdWallet, Credit Karma, there's a few others, Ramsey, Every Dollar, and these budgets are just, one, they're hard to figure out. Number two, I don't believe they give you a real aspect of where your money's going and how to manage your money for the future. It splits up things like Amazon Prime throughout the year, but you have extra cash in your account, which causes problems if you're living paycheck to paycheck, especially, or if you're trying to use a debt snowball method to pay off things. And then all of a sudden you get this big bill for, Amazon Prime or Costco or Sam's Club or whatever. And so what I wanted to do is show you what I use personally is a budgeting method through Microsoft Excel. By the way, I'm going to give this away to anybody who emails me the word budget. You can put that in the subject line. If you'll email me and type in the subject line the word budget at elevatewithcjnow@gmail.com. That's elevatewithcjnow@gmail.com. And I'll put it down in the description as well, the email link. And so you can email me with the word budget and I will give this to you absolutely free. I'll email it to you, no strings attached, and so that you can get started on developing something like this. So what I did is I went ahead and filled in some of the information. I haven't done any of the math yet, but all I did was go ahead and create these columns. The first column is check number. So if you use checks like I do, I don't write a whole lot of checks, but I do every now and then. We'll have to write a check for something, and so I got a check number. I've got a column here with a date, and I always leave the one on the side open. I don't know why, but that's just me. So I put the date in there. I put the name of the bill or the income, whatever it is coming in, and then money in, money out, and then the remaining balance. And so I'm going to go through the categories real quick, kind of explain to you where I got this information from, and we'll go from there. So what I did is I got with ChatGPT and I asked it what the average, dual income family brings in a month, average I did a 4-person household, mom, dad, and 2 kids, and give me the average for like everything that they could possibly spend money on a normal month. And so this is typical America here is the example. So what I did is I did a starting balance, because you have to have a starting balance. So this would be whatever balance you have currently in your checking account. So I just put in there $2,800 because that's the average in the United States right now. And then I did Greg and Sarah are the couple that are married. Greg's paycheck, Sarah's paycheck, childcare, which is weekly. So you see bi-monthly for Greg and Sarah. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, you'll have to go in and edit it yourself to figure out how that works, because I know in some months, like twice a year I think it is, you'll get paid 3 paychecks in a month, and so you'll want to capture that, and plus it helps with the bill pay, and I'll show you that here in just a little bit. Childcare weekly, car, gasoline weekly, tithes and charity weekly, dining out weekly. Then you've got your mortgage. Groceries every 2 weeks, I just did it with 2 weeks. Natural gas, credit cards, dining out weekly. So you get your weekly section again. I color coded that, the same as this section up here. Then I've got Sarah's car payment here, and then the family cell phone plan, $150, credit card number 2 here. I'm actually going to change that right now. I'm going to do credit card number 1. I'm going to put number 1 there. Credit card number 2. Let's change that out real quick. And then we got groceries again for the bi-weekly. Also color coded that so that you could see that. And then Greg's car payment, then dining out, childcare, car, gas, and then got car insurance, electricity, internet, cancel, electricity, internet, clothing fund, and emergency fund. And so you see they get paid twice a month, and then the bill's going out. So this is very simple to use, and I don't know why people don't use this, but I'm going to show you why I use this here in just a second. But I wanted to show you how I create it first. So I put the money in, and these can be averages at first. And then what I do is I go through life, things change, like groceries somebody moves out of the house, one of the children grow up and move out, and the groceries may go down, groceries may go up because of inflation. So there's little things. Your gas bill can go up and down, and I know that like electricity, especially like in the summer months here in Houston, this will get up into the 300s and sometimes 400s. And so I'm just doing averages here so that you kind of get an idea of how to do this. And this gives you a more realistic aspect versus what they do with online with these budgeting systems. And so I'm going to give you this here. So this is the balance section. This is the section you got to only thing you need to put formulas in. And so balance, the first one we're going to do, you hear this little sum thing up here? Hey, CJ here, the host of Elevate with CJ. If this video has helped you take one step closer to financial clarity, imagine what 9 weeks of focused mentorship could do for you. Join me at Elevate with CJ, where I help faith-driven leaders and business owners build strong foundations, break through limitations, and create a plan for lasting success. Visit elevatewithcjnow.com to get started. Boom. Okay, so we're just going to do that straight across there. So that's going to be straight across for your balance. So you start off with $2,800. There's 28 starting balance, self-given. So underneath of that, all you're going to do is you're going to hit sum. You're going to take this, and then we're going to do the plus sign, plus this, and then we're going to do the minus sign, minus this, and hit return, and that's going to give you your formula. And this formula is good all the way down. So you just copy it and drag it down, and it'll show you what your monthly bills are. Okay, it'll show you your income. So we got the income coming in. They go to 6,500. You can see that the formula is working here. 100 came out, so it's 6,450. 75 came out, and so on and so forth. So that kind of gives you an idea of the budget. And so you come down here at the end of the month, and what I like to do, and I'll show you what I do, is I color code the months each year, actually, because I do this by years. I actually, in my budget calculator, I'm actually out a year in my personal funds, or 2 years in my personal funds and a year in my business fund. And so I use this in my business as well. And so what I do is I have, like, down here at the bottom, I'll have rename this sheet to personal, and then I'll create another sheet for change name, rename business. And this is what I actually use on a day-to-day basis. So we've got June here is where we're starting our budget. So we start up here June, and then we would say this is July. I'll put that off to the left here. July 2025. And all I simply do, and I'll do this every now and then, is I go up here and I'll copy this section here all the way down. Copy. And then I'll go in here and I'll hit paste. Now, if you want, you can change. I put the dates in there for your purposes at the beginning so you'd understand what I was doing with the separation of the dates. But if you want to, like if you know you get paid on the 1st, you could write, instead of bi-monthly, you just put the 1st in there. For like Greg's payment, so you just do like, he gets paid on the 1st of the month, and we know that the car gas comes out. We don't know what that is every month because it changes. And then like natural gas comes out, we say it's on the 15th of every month. So that's how I do mine. So I don't have dates in there. I'll have dates when I pay the bill. So here's another thing that I do. So what I do is when the payment hits the bank, I go in here and I use yellow. I just highlight it. Okay, so received my paycheck this month. Sarah received her paycheck this month. We paid the childcare the $100 this month. We paid gas this week, $75. Put that in the car. We tithed at the church. We ate out this week. And so I highlight it so that I know what bills have been paid. So like, let's say you mailed a check to the mortgage. You did check 116, and you mailed that out on 6/5. But then you have all these bills got paid. Okay, let's say all those have been paid. You look in your checking account, and it's showing $52.94. The reason it's showing $52.94 in your checking account is because this money has not come out yet. But you know, looking at your Excel spreadsheet, that you only have $32.94 to spend until you get paid again. So that's very important. It's very easy to kind of track money. And so I do like June and then let's say July, but I'll do a whole year out. And let me show you here. I think we did it orange color, didn't we? July and then August. And in order to just keep it going, you just copy that cell and drag it down and hit paste. Another thing I like to track is how much money I went up or went down in the month. So what I'll do is I'll take the sum of this right here and subtract it from the beginning. Subtract here. Boom, that tells me I made $1,118 I grew my account by this last month. And then you can copy that down here, do the same thing here, paste this month, same thing. So should be the same if you've got the same amount of bills coming in each month. So there you go. And then so we do that each month and we go all the way down to the end of the year. So we copy here, don't copy the formulas, just copy here. Copy and paste. Okay, and that's August. I'll just do these 3 months here. So now we're going to copy this one. We're going to paste. And then that'll be September coming up there. And so you notice that I have some blank fields in here, and there's a reason I have blank fields in there, so that you can add in extra things. Let's say you end up going to the doctor, you got to pay a copay or something like that. You go stop by the pharmacy and you take it out of your debit account, or you add another credit card or something like that. You can insert that. And what you do is if you, I'll go up here to the top one and just show you. So let's say here on 6/13, I'm going to do insert here. So 6/13, 25, I'm going to put doctor in there. And I had to pay a $25 copay. You'll see right here, it left a gap. Now, it's important that you go back, and all you have to do is remember this. If you insert anything in here, and don't insert cells, insert whole columns or whole rows, don't insert cells, because that messes everything up. Just hit copy on that, just go back in there, and then just drag it all the way down to the bottom of your page, and hit paste. Boom. Now it's recalculated. So very simple to use. And the reason I like this is because I can go through here and I can be like, okay, well, I started off at $2,800. In 3 months, what do I look like? How much money do I have in my bank account? Can I go on vacation? Okay, I've got $11,729 in there. Well, that's good to know. So now I know I can go on a really good vacation in September if I wanted to. And so it kind of shows you how you're saving money, and that's the reason I do it for 2 years in my personal. But also, we've got things like this over here. Okay, because you see here we have annualized subscriptions. And so like Amazon Prime, let's say that comes out in July. Let's say July, 2 weeks into July. So Amazon Prime subscription, so we go into July, we type in Amazon Prime. And we'll say that's, I don't know how much it is, 300 bucks? I don't know what it is. It's probably a lot less than that, but I don't know. And then you've got like Costco and Sam's Club. Let's say that comes out in August. So you got Sam's Club. And then it's $250 for the annual subscription for that. So you've got that in there, and then let's say you do want to go on vacation. So you've got a vacation fund and you want to save that, and you're going to want to have that at the end of August. So you're going to have vacation. And let's say you're going to spend $5,000 this year on vacation. So you've got the budget there, you know it. One of the things I like to do is, like, if I got a fund that I'm saving for and I'm trying to get to a goal, is I'll highlight it so that it kind of stands out on there, and then when I'm scrolling I can see it. So, oh yeah, my vacation fund, that's the reason my money's not at 11,000 here, or 12,000 or 13,000 or whatever it was before. So it's because I got the vacation fund. The other one in my business I like to do is taxes. Yay! And then you've got like school supplies. You know, you got to go. Kids got to go back to school. They go to school in August, so we're going to do school supplies. We'll put that in here. School supplies. I'll put that in there. That's going to be $500 for the kids' school supplies, and then I'm going to highlight that as well. Just kind of mark it out here so that I know that that's there. And so you can get a real good grasp on what you're spending your money on, where it's going, how much you actually have saved. Because with those budgeting apps, you put vacation in there and you're like, oh, I'm saving $50 a month. And you're looking at your account in the middle of the year and you go, I got $13,000 in there. You forgot about this. And you say, well, yeah, we can afford to do that. We'll take that weekend trip and spend $2,000 going to Vegas or whatever. And then when you get to vacation time and you take out your money here, now you've only got, you know, $4,500 in there, and you're getting uncomfortable with having only that much in your account. So this just to me makes a lot more sense than these budgeting apps. You can comment below, let me know what you think, because I've tried those apps and I find them very confusing. I find that you can get lost in it. It doesn't match what's in your checking account. And so this is a good way. And one of the things I always do is as I cross these off, is make sure that my balance in my checking account, and I've actually caught the banks twice where they messed up with like $5, $10 transactions that were nowhere found in my account. Went in there and they were like, yeah, we don't know where this came from, and they actually corrected it because I keep such good records of my spending. And so it's a good idea to have this. It helps you have that money mindset as well. If you're going to go out and purchase things, you can be like, well, I know that I only have, you know, $1,000 left over this month because I paid the $25 to the doctors, or, you know, this one's only got $318 because of school supplies, and so I don't have extra money to spend. So it helps you kind of annualize, look at everything, make sure that you're on the right track financially, and this is just works for me. So if you'd like a copy of this, please email me the word budget at in the subject line to elevatewithcjnow at gmail.com, and we'll get that over to you. Hey, if this video helped you take control of your finances, then imagine what your life could look like with consistent mentorship and a clear path forward. That's exactly what we do at Elevate with CJ. Whether you're a business owner, a leader, or just someone ready to grow, you're not meant to figure this out all on your own. Visit elevatewithcj.com to learn more about the Elevate Mentorship Program. I've helped people just like you overcome doubt, get clear on their goals, and start living with purpose. And if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. Let's elevate together. Elevate with CJ.